Did you know that 75% of employees would work harder if they felt appreciated by their leaders? That's a powerful number, and it shows that leadership is about much more than just giving orders. It's about how you make people feel and the trust you build. In fact, studies show that leaders who focus on trust and connection see their teams perform 30% better. In this video, we're going to uncover the real reason people follow you. It's not about your title or experience, it's about how you lead from within. You'll learn the key strategies that inspire people to not just follow, but to actively support and believe in your vision. Stick with us, and you'll discover leadership secrets that will change the way you lead forever. Chapter 1. Magnetism over authority. Why influence wins. Leadership is no longer about having the title or position, it's about being magnetic. The real reason people follow you isn't because of your job title, it's because of the influence you exude. Think about it. You've probably followed someone not because they had authority, but because they made you feel valued and inspired. The Harvard Business Review mentions that 70% of employees are more engaged when they feel respected and included. Being magnetic is about creating trust, setting an example, and fostering strong emotional connections. A leader's ability to inspire is crucial. Studies show that leaders with high emotional intelligence see a 20% higher performance in their teams. Imagine how much more you can achieve if people want to follow you because of your attitude, vision, and connection, not just your title. Leadership magnetism is about cultivating an aura of passion and confidence that attracts people to you naturally. But how do you create this influence? First, focus on consistency. People follow those who are predictable, dependable, and real. When you consistently show up as your authentic self, people trust you. Second, communicate vision. A study by Gallup found that employees are 4 times more likely to be engaged when they understand how their work contributes to the organization's larger goals. You also need to empower others. Leadership isn't just about making decisions. It's about letting others take ownership. Great leaders create an environment where everyone feels they can contribute, innovate, and lead. When you empower others, you build more than followers. You build a team of leaders who are also invested in your vision. To wrap it up, magnetism in leadership isn't a trait, it's a strategy. You influence people not by ordering them around, but by making them believe in you and the cause. When you focus on trust, vision, and empowerment, people are naturally drawn to follow you. Chapter 2. The power of vulnerability. Leading by being human. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but it's actually a powerful leadership tool. In a study by Brené Brown, a leading researcher on vulnerability, she found that leaders who embrace vulnerability create stronger, more loyal teams. People connect with leaders who share their challenges and imperfections. Vulnerability builds trust and lets others know that they're not alone in their struggles. Here's the truth. People want to follow someone they can relate to. They don't want to follow someone who's perfect, they want someone who's real. When you show vulnerability, you allow your team to see you as a person, not just a boss. This connection can lead to a much stronger bond and a more cohesive team. Being vulnerable also boosts your credibility. According to Psychology Today, 60% of people trust leaders more when they share their mistakes. This shows that you're not trying to hide your flaws but rather showing how you grow and learn from them. It humanizes you in a way that makes others feel comfortable opening up too. When you embrace vulnerability, you lead with authenticity, and that's magnetic. One of the most important elements of vulnerability is sharing your why. Why do you do what you do? When leaders share the reasons behind their actions or decisions, people can better understand and align with their goals. When Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone, it wasn't just about the device. He shared his belief in changing the world with technology. People followed that vision because it was deeply personal to him. Vulnerability also fosters a culture of open communication. Leaders who share their feelings encourage others to do the same. This creates a positive environment where feedback is welcomed and everyone is free to express themselves without fear of judgment. As Simon Sinek wisely said, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge, so don't shy away from vulnerability. Lean into it. It's the key to building trust, creating genuine relationships and fostering loyalty. Chapter 3. Trust is currency. Investing in the relationship economy in today's world, trust has become the ultimate form of currency. Leaders who build and maintain trust are the ones who have the power to create lasting influence. According to the 2019 Edelman Trust Barometer, 81% of employees said that they will only work for leaders they trust. If you want people to follow you, it's simple: build trust. Trust isn't built overnight. It's a slow, steady investment. It takes consistency, reliability, and integrity. The University of California found that when employees trust their leaders, they're 12 times more likely to stay at their jobs and perform better. This shows that trust isn't just important, it's essential for retention and performance. One strategy for building trust is transparency. When leaders are open and honest, they show that they have nothing to hide. According to Gallup, transparent communication from leadership leads to a 50% improvement in employee engagement. When people feel in the loop, they are more likely to trust you and follow your direction. Another trust-building strategy is keeping promises. It's easy to say what you're going to do, but following through is what builds trust. Leaders who make promises and deliver on them, even in small ways, earn their team's trust. A leader's word is their bond. Finally, trust is not just about honesty, it's about empathy. When leaders understand and relate to the emotions of their team members, they build stronger relationships. Daniel Goleman, a psychologist, says that empathy is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence, which is essential for leadership. Empathetic leaders are more likely to earn the trust and loyalty of their teams because they understand their needs and challenges. In the end, leadership isn't about telling people what to do. It's about building a relationship based on trust. When you invest in trust, you create a foundation that others can rely on. And when that happens, people will follow you, not because they have to, but because they believe in you. Subscribe now to never miss more strategies on leadership that will take your influence to the next level. Chapter 4. Visionary Mindset. Leading without boundaries. Great leaders don't just follow trends, they create them. People follow those who are able to look beyond the present and envision what could be. When leaders have a clear and compelling vision, they draw others in with their ideas of a better future. A study by McKinsey & Company found that businesses with a clear vision experience 33% higher growth rates than those without one. A visionary mindset involves thinking big and dreaming bold. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. The key is not just having a vision, but being able to communicate it in a way that others can see and believe in it too. Steve Jobs did this perfectly when he introduced the iPhone. He didn't just pitch a new product, he sold a vision of a connected world, and that's why people lined up to follow him. To develop a visionary mindset, leaders must embrace curiosity. The best leaders constantly ask questions and challenge the status quo. Elon Musk, for example, constantly pushes boundaries in technology, from electric cars to space exploration. His ability to think about the future and his willingness to fail forward is a major reason why people trust his vision. Another important strategy for visionary leadership is setting clear, actionable goals that support the larger vision. A vision without clear steps can feel overwhelming or impossible to follow. Leaders who break down their vision into manageable milestones make it easier for others to rally behind them. Lastly, a visionary leader must be adaptable. The future is unpredictable, so the ability to adjust your approach and think on your feet is critical. According to Harvard Business Review, 50% of successful leaders' effectiveness comes from their ability to adapt to change. To sum it up, visionary leadership is about looking beyond what's in front of you. It's about having a vision so strong that it pulls people toward you. When you focus on the future, communicate your goals, and stay adaptable, you'll create followers who are invested in your journey. Chapter 5. Emotional Intelligence. The silent force driving loyalty. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the secret weapon of highly effective leaders. While many people focus on IQ or technical skills, it's the leaders with high EQ that have the ability to connect with their teams on a deeper level. Daniel Goleman, a leading expert on emotional intelligence, argues that EQ is twice as important as IQ for success in leadership roles. What exactly is EQ? It's the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions and those of others. Leaders with high EQ are aware of how their emotions affect their decisions, and they're skilled at reading the emotions of others. The Center for Creative Leadership found that 75% of effective leadership comes from the ability to manage emotions, not technical knowledge or IQ. Building emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness. You can't lead others if you don't understand yourself first. Great leaders take time to reflect on their own emotions and actions. Oprah Winfrey, for example, is a leader who has mastered emotional intelligence by using empathy to connect with her audience. Her success comes from her ability to tap into human emotions and share in those feelings. Empathy is also a core component of emotional intelligence. When you show understanding and compassion for others, they feel valued. Leaders who are empathetic can build trust faster because people know that their concerns will be heard and respected. In fact, research from Deloitte shows that 70% of employees are more engaged when they feel their leaders understand them. Another key to emotional intelligence is regulating your emotions. Leaders need to remain calm in stressful situations and model positive emotional responses. Studies show that leaders who can manage their emotions inspire confidence in their team, especially during challenging times. When your team sees you stay composed, they will trust your leadership more. In short, emotional intelligence isn't just about being nice or soft. It's a critical leadership tool that fosters strong relationships, builds trust, and inspires loyalty. Leaders who master EQ create a positive, supportive environment where people are excited to follow. Chapter 6. Empowering others. Leadership is about creating leaders, not followers. True leadership isn't about building a following, it's about creating more leaders. When you empower others, you share responsibility, inspire growth, and allow others to shine. The best leaders know that their job isn't to control everything, it's to lift others up and help them become the best version of themselves. John C. Maxwell, a leadership expert, famously said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." Empowering others begins with giving them ownership. Leaders who trust their teams to make decisions create a sense of accountability and ownership. According to Gallup, teams with higher levels of autonomy are 21% more productive. By delegating tasks and trusting people to carry them out, you help develop their skills and confidence. Another strategy for empowering others is providing the right tools and resources for success. A leader's job is to equip their team with what they need to thrive. Whether that's training, mentoring, or offering opportunities for growth, an empowered team feels supported and ready to take on challenges. Great leaders also recognize and celebrate the achievements of others. When people feel their contributions are noticed, they're more motivated to take initiative. According to SHRM, 79% of employees say recognition motivates them to work harder. Empowerment is not just about giving responsibility, it's about encouraging people and celebrating their progress. Empowerment also involves challenging your team to grow. Push people to step outside their comfort zones, try new things, and take risks. Growth comes from overcoming obstacles, and when you encourage your team to embrace challenges, you help them build resilience and confidence. Richard Branson believes that encouraging employees to take risks is key to unlocking their potential. He's quoted as saying, "Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming." In conclusion, leadership is about creating a culture of empowerment. When you share responsibility, celebrate success, and encourage growth, you help others become leaders in their own right. This not only strengthens your team but ensures long-term success by fostering a self-sustaining leadership culture. Don't forget to subscribe for more leadership tips and strategies to take your influence to the next level.